In less than 24 hours, Michigan's temporary eviction moratorium expires, putting thousands of residents at risk. Now, as our 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell shows us, activists are urging the governor to extend the ban.
As the nation braces for an impending housing crisis, demonstrators gathered in Detroit this week and called on the governor to extend her eviction moratorium. They want to protect both mortgage holders and renters from devastation, and they say a long-term plan is needed.
We think it's really important to do this and to take a proactive and preventative approach so that this health crisis that is hitting us doesn't turn into the new housing crisis.
In March, Governor Gretchen Whitmer issued a moratorium on evictions, which she extended in April. The new one ends Friday. And while 36th District Court in Detroit said it won't start taking on evictions until at least June, protesters want more.
We not only need an extension of the moratorium, but we need an expansion of it.
Joe McGuire, an attorney at the Detroit Justice Center, helped organize the event. He says the group is calling for the eviction moratorium to be extended for at least 60 days after the current emergency order ends, as well as a stop on foreclosures, which could help landlords who depend on rent for mortgage payments.
If people are forced out of their homes or lose ownership of their homes to foreclosure, and then the federal government passes a new relief package that would have helped them, they're going, not obviously to be able to take advantage of that.
The piecemeal approach that is the current norm has provided, according to housing advocates, little opportunity for big picture planning or diminished stress.
It's incredibly nerve-wracking.
Ted Phillips, the executive director of the United Community Housing Coalition, tracked pending eviction cases from February 1st to March 13th and found 2,600 judgments and over 450 signed writs. As soon as the moratorium is lifted, those are a go.
Bailiffs don't have anything more that they have to get from the court.
He and others know many more are coming once the moratorium is lifted and back rent is owed.
There are literally hundreds of people that are in the balance here.
The last crisis essentially laid the groundwork for this crisis that is to come.
Josh AKERS is a geography and regional studies assistant professor at U of M Dearborn. He says the mortgage crisis of 2008 and the ongoing tax foreclosure crisis has transitioned Detroit into a renter-first market, a fact that makes the city's residents and its housing market particularly fragile.
Dual pressures. So one, people can't pay rent. Two, landlords can't pay mortgages on property.
The end result, he says, is a vicious cycle that without proper interventions can have grave consequences.
That what is following this public health crisis is a housing crisis, which is a public health crisis.
Kim Russell, 7 Action News.